shoulder, heart full of blues out in the dirt, down in the dirt.
Today's live stream brought to us by another supporter out there. We see her everywhere in chats wherever we go. She's always in somebody's live stream. Diane Phoenix, thank you for your support. What's up?
Not much.
Got
There you go.
There we go.
Yep. So are you running on solar or generator?
Generator right now because the stupid cloud moved in.
Okay.
Look out the window real quick fast. Yep, it's still out there.
Still out there? All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, I'll do my weather. Excuse me real quick. Maybe. Yeah. We're air quality alert still going on. Today is a really bad day for Indiana with the humidity and temperature wise. We're at 88 right now. High will be 92. The humidity is already up to 62%, but we feel like it's 99 here. So, yeah, nasty. I opened the door to the garage to let the cat go out to the glass porch, and yeah, it like smacks you into the face.
Smacks you in the face here too.
Not as bad, trust me.
With a little heat added to it. Desert Adventures in Arizona, first member in here today. Howdy. Good morning to you. Mel Natty living free zip codeless. Howdy with I can't see him. Hand pink waving. Going on lunch, traveling on adventures.
Awesome. Have a great lunch.
Tell him we said howdy. Howdy, Rose. And there's Tammy DeWitt. Howdy. Miss Leah. Howdy. There's another member, Naj. Howdy. Danny D, the spectacular supporter, another member. Howdy. Ivan K. Howdy. Happy Thursday.
Yep.
Yes.
Rose says it's 92 with the high 113 and her humidity's at 63.
There's CRB, another member and neighbor. Howdy. Got my hoodie on because it's only 110 right. Wait, 101. I thought it said 110.
Oh.
And caught up. All right. Our weather.
Oh, wait. I ran into Chester at 5-star yesterday, and he said to tell you hi. And when you come back to Indiana, look him up.
If I come back to Indiana. I have no desire to step foot in that state right now.
I know.
All righty. I just come out here to fake my cancer, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, we're under a hot heat warning. Excessive heat warning. Yum. High today is 114 degrees. That's a degree cooler than yesterday. That's hoodie weather. 104 right now. 21% humidity. What's humidity on the other one? I didn't look. 16. It's showing in the sky though. The humidity is. It's really messing with solar right now. And in our 14-day outlook, it gets good. Then it gets bad. Then it gets good. Then it gets bad. And there's our 14-day trend. Drop below normal just for what? 1, 2, 3 days, and then back above normal. Oh well. It's the desert. What do you expect? 29% humidity. Wow.
That's up for that area. Yeah, that's weird because, like here in Indiana, the humidity, it's just here. You may or may not get rain, but usually when the humidity starts climbing up there, something's building up for something, rain. It's because Roy's not doing his rain dance. That's what it is.
We got rain the other day. There's still drops on Bobby.
You ain't cleaned it. Oh, I was gonna say, you didn't clean your solar panels off?
No, I clean. Trust me, I clean the solar panels. I got the cleanest solar panels in all of Quartzsite. Rob on the road. Howdy, howdy.
Hey, Rob.
Nighttime. I sleep with a blanket at nighttime. Well, the air conditioner's blowing on me, so yeah, I kind of got to cover up. But I got to fight Jasper for it, though, because he takes it every time.
Jasper likes blankets.
Yeah.
He is the blanket dog.
And if he ain't
He's
taking
took
it,
over.
who's taking it?
Yeah. Yeah, but Jasper took over the one blanket. That was his. It was war. Wouldn't let the other dogs on it or anything.
Oh, yeah, Busby said you guys were getting rain last night. Did you lose power last night? Going Green Mom wants to know. Hey, Going Green Mom, another member. Howdy, howdy.
Not that I'm aware of. Nothing was flashing, none of the clocks. But
Rob on the
my
road.
brother's hot water heater, he had to hit the reset button on it. He's got like a little modular thing on it, and he reset the button. The hot water heater was off. So I don't know. I don't think we lost power. The kitchen stove wasn't flashing.
Come on here, you don't need a water heater.
Yeah, I know.
Rose dog Skylar loves blankets too. Yeah, it's Lulu. It don't matter to her. She'll lay anywhere. Moose, he got to be under a blanket, and Jasper got top of a blanket in a ball.
Now wait. Lulu will not lay on blankets. If Roy leaves his t-shirts down or his jeans, she has to curl up in those.
Yeah, she'll grab those.
Because it's comical. Because Roy say, "Where did I put my shirt?" And then I'll say, "Ask your dog." And she's usually got it pinned. She's always preferred his clothes to lay on. Oh.
Oh, hopefully he's okay, Tammy. We did that once when I was a kid.
Wow.
Cruising along, and we weren't going very fast because it was heavy rain. This tree. If we'd have seen the tree, Dad would have stopped. But it came down right as we got there, and he wasn't going very fast anyway. It was just a noise maker was all it was. That was in the 70s. We were in a little Volkswagen Beetle when that happened, I believe.
Huh.
50 Lab Pit Mix Rescue. That's what these Lulu and Jasper is.
They're lab mix, yeah.
Just came home, switched trucks. That's good.
Well, at least it got him back home. And he's all right. I mean, poor. That's a weird dog. Mind your own business, not bother nobody, and boom, there's a tree.
Mm-hmm. I gotta show pictures when we were talking about dogs. I meant to show this yesterday, but
All right.
got all screwed up.
Lulu's 55 pounds, Rose, so she's just a little bit heavier than yours.
Yeah, this is Lulu wearing her jewelry because she's a diva. Lulu's a diva, but what Lulu also loves. She loves. She will sit, and I've got many pictures of her doing this. But she loves sunsets and sunrises. She will sit and watch a sunset and a sunrise like no tomorrow. And the
Yeah.
other two, they don't care. They're out playing around, whatever. But this dog, when she sees a sunset, she will sit and face that sunset and watch it. And she does the same thing with the sunrise. I've never had a
Yeah.
dog do this before. I've never seen a dog do this before. But I could let her out every night, and she will go sit there and watch that sunset.
She just likes it.
She just, I don't know. She's a nature
Well,
dog.
like our friend Crystal, we went to school and said, well, maybe she's an old soul and enjoying it.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, those are bandanas. Yeah, these guys love their bandanas too.
I need to get a good one of her if it's raining in her raincoat. Oh my God, she's so comical. Our dog she's spoiled, okay? If it's raining, she will not go out to go potty. She will hold it till she can't and then go. But she has it's a blue raincoat with rubber duckies, I think, on it. And our oldest daughter bought it for her when she bought her dog one because she got it buy one and get one half price. So she says, "Well, I'm getting this one for like half price, Mom." I'm like, all right. And we're like, oh, she likes to wear things, but she still won't go potty. No, we put it on her. She goes out potty in her raincoat.
She don't like rain. That's
She
one
does
thing
not.
she don't like is rain. She
Yep.
Devil Adventures. Howdy, howdy. Don't work too hard.
So, but yeah, her and her raincoat. Do what? Oh, water.
It must be a female lab thing.
Daisy never minded it. Remember our beagle? She didn't mind the rain.
Huh?
Daisy never minded the rain.
I'm going to say that slowly.
A female lab dog, yeah.
Daisy wasn't a lab.
No, she was beagle.
Because Lulu got his lab mix, hates water. Jasper,
Yeah.
one drop of water and he's out.
Just play.
Yeah, he loves water. He'll go in the lakes, pools, rivers. He don't care.
One of these times, Roy's going to go water surfing when he's walking Jasper, where there's water.
Son, that dog loves water.
I mean, I'll tell him bath time, and he'll come right in the bathroom, get in the tub for me. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, she won't even we have an umbrella somewhere in the rig.
Riding Hood, another
Hey,
member.
Red.
Howdy, howdy.
But we have an umbrella, but nope, forget it. You can have the umbrella with her. She's like, I'm not going out. Not happening. Yeah, short would go viral probably with Lulu and her little rubber duckies and raincoat. But yeah, she is a very how would you put it, Roy? Very different dog.
Very.
Very. I mean,
like I said, when this dog was a pup, more like a teenager pup. That's the first dog I ever seen stand up on her hind legs, stand up like a human, and take a pee.
Yeah. But
That
that's
would be
up to you.
a viral short.
Oh, Stan, she don't do that no more though.
No, she only did it for a short time.
Yeah, our dog Daisy taught her how to properly pee like a dog. Yep, the things we do for our fur kids.
What?
But yeah, Roy goes, she just stood up and peed, and I'm like, oh, baloney. And what it was is we were still potty training her too, Roy.
Yeah.
And she would stand up, look out the window before I could get the door open and pee too. Remember? Yeah, look right up here, pee.
Fangirl Cheryl, howdy, howdy.
But yeah. Yep, that's the only dog we've ever had to do that. I mean, it was like, I thought okay, in honesty, I thought Roy was full of it. And then she did it to me when I was trying to get her outside to go potty. And she just looked up at me like, yep, too late, pee. I was like, oh. Couldn't yell at her. because I wasn't moving fast enough to get her out. But yeah, it's like, oh. But when it comes to potty training pups, though, I do have to admit, I think Jasper was the easiest. Our beagle Daisy, now she was the bullheadedest one. Oh my gosh. I told him, I said, I don't think we're ever going to get her house broke, didn't I?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh man, she was hard. Lulu wasn't easy, wasn't hard. It just, I wasn't moving fast enough for her. But Daisy was the hardest and Jasper was the easiest. Well, Moose wasn't too bad either, though. He'd be right behind Jasper on potty training.
Moose knew what he had to do, but he couldn't control it. He went through that little phase where all of a sudden he'd just start peeing. He'd freak out, and that dog would run all the way around the house peeing.
He's like a little fire hose.
Knowing, I'm not supposed to be doing this, but I can't help it.
Yeah.
We never got you in trouble, huh?
No.
Once he got control, then he was fine. He'd go right to the door. I gotta go.
Yeah, or he sits there and stares at you like, yo.
Yeah, now he runs to the door, looks at it, comes back, does a little whining thing, goes back to the door, does a little prance.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, you got to go out. Oops.
Jasper just stares at you and takes his big nose.
Yeah.
And then if you still don't pay attention, he really hits you with his nose. And I swear sometimes, the dog is trying to push you out the door so he can get out faster. Yeah, because he can move you. Yeah. But, nope. Jasper's been the easiest. Lulu was all right, but Daisy was the hardest beagle. I don't remember Mary Sue. She seemed like she was pretty well did it on her own, too.
Yeah, she figured it out real quick.
And so did Copper.
Yeah.
So, but, yep.
Internet signal.
Huh?
Internet signal must be a cloud.
Oh. I'm like, I ain't got no internet
I
signal.
think that cloud has moved.
But, yep. So that's the fur kids. Did you did you get your rape parade done for tomorrow? Today is Thursday.
No, not yet. I thought it was Wednesday, so I didn't shoot this morning, but I'm going to later.
It's a good thing I stay on your toes, buddy. Oh, and he did figure out the solar yesterday. It was the position of the sun causing him not to
no, it was haze in the sky.
In the haze. You told me the position of the sun too.
Maybe a little bit, but this morning there was less haze, so it was working a lot sooner. But speaking of that, I think I'm going to go out and kill the generator because it appears that cloud has moved on. So
are you sure? Watch. He'll go all the way up. He'll go all the way up and shut the generator off, and then a cloud will come back.
Yeah, you know how to beat that? Is we just send CRV up, start his generator.
Yeah.
And then the cloud go away.
Oh.
That's why.
Is that how it works now, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Ooh, jury duty. Yuck. Yeah, definitely yuck. Right, I'll be right back.
All right. I think I've only had one thing to do jury duty, and for some reason I never even went through the process because they must have found all their jury people, and that was fine by me. Yeah, no. They sent it to me. I sent it back. And then they said they would they send you a letter when we get ready to go through the selection process. We'll get a hold of you for you to come in for that process. I'm like, all right. Never heard nothing else back, so I wasn't arguing with them. I didn't want to do it. Jury duty now. Wow. Yep. I've only had it one time. I've only got a notice one time for it. And then I'm like, and I was still working, and, I told my boss, which I'm supposed to do, and he goes, okay. He goes, if you get selected, you got to bring the note in so we can show the plant manager. Yeah. Yeah. He's the last minute person, Rob. And yeah, I've only got it once, surprisingly. And the sad thing is, like, the county that we live in, I'm related to probably half the people in this county. So why would you want me on a jury duty? The chances of me being related to them is very high.
I got notified for jury duty once.
Yeah, they didn't like your opinion.
And then I called them and told them, look, I'm not coming. And the lady says, sir, you're required to come here. And I says, no, I'm not. And she says, well, you could be arrested. And I says, well, you can do what you want to do. I said, but the problem is the notice that you sent me is a year old.
Yeah, he got him on that stipulation.
And she says, no, sir, it's not a year old. And she pulled up a copy of it and she said, sir, I am so sorry. Disregard that notice. So, never heard from him again.
Like I said, I got it once. And, I filled out the little paperwork. Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't even fill out the paperwork. I called him and said, hey, you sent me a year-old notice.
Yeah, mine wasn't. But Roy even knows it. I'm related to over half the county.
About 3/4.
Easily. Yeah. The chances of... Okay, some of my family members, pardon the expression, are hellraisers, okay? They're getting older, thank God, and they've toned down. But I'm still related to, most of this county. To me, that wouldn't be cool to have me on the jury. Yeah, Roy likes to put everything off to the last minute when it comes to that.
Sometimes.
So 99.9% of the time, Roy James.
Step Van Dan, howdy.
Hey, Dan. How's it going, man? But yeah.
That's what's going to happen if I get one now. I'm going to say, yeah, send it back to him.
Yeah. I mean,
hey, it's a civic duty. I don't mind doing it. But I don't mind doing it when they have their stuff right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't go in and represent somebody being on a jury when the people I'm supposed to be representing or doing a job for can't even get the dates on the paperwork right.
Yeah. Our county, well, it's backwards. How's that?
Yeah.
I'm putting it nicely. I'm being, but yeah. I know I looked at that form and I am like, this is stupid, I'll be right back.
You stole my picture. Yeah, I do jury duty. Now, had they had sent me different paperwork, it would have been a totally different story. But you're in there trying to convict people or find them not guilty. The courts are. You're just there to help it along. That they can't even get their stuff right, but yet they want to take people into this courtroom. It's like, hey, I can't represent or work for somebody that can't get their stuff straight. How's that look for the person being charged in court or whatever? And let's see. 28 Celsius. Okay. I was like, man, you're cold. 30-mile drive from me downtown. Yeah, man, geez, yeah. Yo, from a distance, when you're like where you're at, you look down on Tucson. It doesn't look all that big till you get in it.
Yeah.
Linda Okie, howdy howdy. Haven't been asked to do jury duty. In Indiana, it's property owners. They are the ones that do jury duty there. Or is it voters? It might be voter registration.
I will say, I don't remember. I don't think it's just, I think it's voters, honey.
I think it's property ownership. Hold on.
Might have to research it.
What's jury duty requirements in Indiana? Eligible for jury duty, at least 18 years of age, a resident of the county in which you are to serve as a juror, able to communicate in English, not suffering from a physical or mental disability that prevents you from performing it. Okay, just got to be a resident of the county.
Yeah.
Is it mandatory? Generally, Indiana statutes don't provide for any exemptions from jury service. There are two exceptions. The first permits individuals who are 75 years of age or over to claim an exemption. And it doesn't say anything about the second one. The second one's a doctor's note.
Yeah.
And then the third one, they can't get their paperwork right.
Well, that's kind of important if you think about it.
Man, lasagna. Man, yeah. Coyote over here market makes a good lasagna.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow, yeah.
We're going to be 107 today. We're going to beat you by 7 degrees because our high is going to be 114. Oh, boy, oh, boy. But I kind of like this 14-day trend, though, the downward part of it.
Do what? Okay. Yeah, all right.
Until he just say one Rolls Royce.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Mom got it one time too, and they didn't like her opinion on it. Because her theory is, if you got caught red-handed doing it, why do you need a jury duty? You're guilty. Well, they didn't like that response, so she didn't get picked. And I think she said they were wasting taxpayers' money on the thing, and she didn't get selected. She goes, that's all you gotta do is be very blunt. She goes, they don't like you being blunt. Huh?
I'm loved.
Yeah.
At least somebody does.
Yeah.
What?
I'm not saying nothing.
Lucy's all comfy down here.
Yeah.
Can't move the camera.
Do what?
Said Moosey's all comfy down here, but I can't move the camera.
Yeah, my mom was very upfront, buddy. She told you just how it was. If you didn't like it, too bad. That's just the way she was. Roy could tell you that. She'd say, how was it? She told my one, it was my one cousin. She goes, yeah, I might have hurt your feelings, but guess what? You know where you stand with me. Mom told her just the way it was, and she goes, I hurt your feelings, get over it. Oh, a pumper truck, Roy.
Right out here at this bathroom right here.
I don't know. Tim said it's a pumper truck.
Anything. I was just looking at the solar, but we got it's. Because they have not pumped these vault since everybody's left.
Huh.
Lori's Way video, the one they were using, she said it was full.
That's
There's
nasty.
nobody here, and there's very few people using them vault toilets.
Yeah, but are people dumping their stuff into it like they're not supposed to? Sorry, guys, I got frizzies. I can see them.
Even if that was happening, dear, which it's not.
Still wouldn't be enough people there, you wouldn't think.
Yeah, there's only like 10 people in here.
So I mean, they probably never pumped that one from when the big crowds was there.
None of them. They're full from when people left.
Ew, that's gross.
Just think.
That
That's
attracts
been
real nice
stewing
flies.
out there in them vault toilets in this heat for months.
Dude,
We got poop stew going on out here. We got poop pines going in and poop stew. We got poop cookers, slow cookers.
that was my mom, though, you know. And I mean, me and Roy feel
Parmesan cheese or something.
Yeah.
Stew's ready.
I think that's how me and Roy both felt. If you got caught in the act of doing something illegal, why do you need to go to court and go to trial? You got caught red-handed.
Oh, it's
Or the pumper.
yeah, there's a in this bathroom that's been locked since we've been here. The only bathrooms that are open are the ones along the main road, and not all of them are even unlocked. Like the one up by the office, locked. By the office, locked.
Yeah.
Or last I heard it was. But all the ones away from the main road, all locked. All the ones in the other LTVAs, all locked.
I'm laughing at Steve. Pump truck to pump the kerplunker. Now, we had our septic tank pump at the house. And Roy saw it. I didn't see it, but the guy went to look at the tank, and his phone fell into the septic tank, okay? He gets that little thing out there, sucks it up, grabs his phone, wipes it off. Yeah, it still works. I'm like, no, that's nasty. Yep, bread and butter.
Fox Van D just got up. I did not too long ago. Been watching this guy on YouTube.
Hey, Sue from Lucky Dog Production Moderator. Hope you and Bob are doing good.
And he got a bunch of Arizona videos that I was watching. And then I found this guy that's here in Quartzsite that dry sluice for gold.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Lucky Dog Production Moderator. Howdy, howdy, howdy. Those guys used to beat around poop. Yeah, and see that guy, too. He did a ranching series. So I watched a ranching series on it. And this woman rancher, and she's talking to him, and she's got her hand up on the cattle truck, semi. But where she's got her hand at is nothing but poo that ran down. And she's taking her hand, she's putting it up in there, just talking to him, leaning up against it like it's no big deal. And then, she put her hand down, put it on her hip or whatever, and then she put her hand back up there to lean up. Right in the one spot where there was poo at. Well, then they get the cows out of the trailer. She's covered in poo on her face, her clothes. She's wiping it off, just nothing like that. She got poo on her hands, and she's wiping poo off of her face. And she gets up in the semi. Now, she owns this ranch. She gets up in the semi, and she's wiping poo off of her face. And the guy said, "Man, you smell good."
Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Empty in the black tank. It can be a pain sometimes.
Yep. Now, like us, we had the fertilizer spreaders. We loaded up the cow poop, pull it around with the tractor or your truck, and it would automatically spread the poop. I was never so glad to see my dad when he got that thing, because beforehand we had to shovel the poo up onto the back of the one truck. This was lower to the ground, but I was a poop slinger too. That was the worst job, all that cow poop. And that's what he fertilized our garden with. And then if he got enough of it, he would take it around out in the back field where we would plant the corn. I was like, ooh. Yep, you forgot to add sponsor ad.
I did. Well, you know how to run it too.
Nope, because last time I hit the button, you hit the button, we canceled each other out.
Alrighty, we'll be right back.
Slow tunes and homemade blues, but it always goes too far. Shooting pool, crack a jack, take off now and don't look back. But hey, don't you wanna play? Hold on, sugar, why you look so...
Gotta do pretty pops. Thank you, D.
Pretty pops.
Yeah, look at chat.
I'm looking at chat. I don't see anything.
Box Van D just become a new member.
It just popped in.
Smack.
You did not have to do that, but thank you very much.
Smack, smack, smack.
And she's got a live tonight. I got to go turn the notification on for that.
All right.
And I dropped the link before I do that. Before I forget, because you guys know how my memory is. I dropped the link. Peter, how do you say his name? Santinello. This dude's got over 1 million subs, but he does great work. He travels the world. He did a big series on ranching. He done a series on the border. You guys want to know anything about the border? Watch those videos. There's stuff going on there that I didn't know about.
News ain't gonna tell you that.
No. But the guy, he's been all over the world.
Peter, oh, hold on. I'll get on the YouTube channel. You do the pretty pops.
I'm looking for him now. All right. Here we go. New member. Thank you so much for Box Van D. New member. Yeah, that's it right
Subscribe to him?
No, I haven't.
Oh, no. Hold on. I'm looking.
Peter Santinello. He does really good work, and yeah, Peter Santinello, Rob. I just found him not long. Lily D, howdy, just a few days ago, and he was here at Quartzsite this morning.
I'm working it here. Hold on.
And I dropped the link.
You did?
Yeah.
Where?
In chat. here on the floor.
So I did all that work, and then you beat me to it.
A long time ago when the commercial was running.
Oh, crap. I was working hard. There.
Red just dropped it too.
Yep.
Thank you, Red. But I really enjoy this guy's work. He's fair. He's open-minded about things.
She didn't see it either.
Really, but it doesn't surprise me the way StreamYard and YouTube works.
Yeah. I'll put it in twice. That way.
Yes, his Appalachian series. That was the other one I couldn't think of, Rob. He did 3 videos on Appalachians.
I love that area
the
too.
ones I watched because I got Appalachian blood in me. That's where my roots are. And he went to the area that my family was from.
Your family's stomping ground.
Yep. And then over into West Virginia and Virginia and all that. He does great work.
Hey, Lily. Glad you enjoyed your walk.
I mean, his work is so good. He's got over 1 million subs now. And he goes to these other they're like there's a Mexican kid. Well, I call him a kid. He's probably in his late 20s or early 30s.
Still a kid to us.
Yeah. But he's got like his own little YouTube news channel that he covers everything on that border down there with. I haven't checked him out yet, but Peter was really talking him up, and he's the guy that took Peter around. And then Peter gets hold of these people that gets him back behind the scenes sort of stuff that you never hear about. Here's something I learned on these videos. Everybody calls that wall down there Trump's wall. That is not Trump's wall. Yuma County Sheriff. Well, I don't know what the county is, but the Yuma, the county sheriff,
Hey, Amethyst Hayes
he pointed to
Adventures.
that wall, and he called Obama started that wall. I never knew that. Obama is the one that raised it up 31 feet. I didn't know that either. And then, of course, Trump come along and carried it on. But they go into that. I never knew that. The news always portrayed that as Trump's wall, Trump's wall, Trump's wall, Trump's wall. But according to that sheriff down there, Obama started that wall. So that's just stuff like that you learn that you won't see on the news and everything. But enough of that before that goes into politics.
Yeah.
But and he kind of avoids that. He shows both sides too. So the dude's fair. The dude's really good. And I said I just discovered him this week.
Yeah, but I mean, a lot of people don't know.
What?
A lot of people don't know what's going on behind the scenes. You got to go to where the people are that are living in that scene to get the info, and he's putting it out there.
All they have to do. Now I don't know about the Mexicans now because there was an OTM thing where everybody was being accepted, other than Mexico. For some reason, they were sending them back. Russians, Asians, and some other ones they were sending them back to. But all they got to do is show up with a piece of paper with an address on it. That's where they're going. They'll come across that border. All they got to do is throw their hands up in there. Border agents has to take them to a processing center. Then they release them because they give them a court date. Then they release them. Court date may not be for 2 to 3 years, so they're free to roam the country. Oh well, they're going through the system. But the cartels won't let the people cross unless they pay them. So you can't cross on your own, and that's expensive. Because really, all these people got to do is go to a port of entry, say they're here for asylum, they get a court date, paperwork, stuff, and send them on their way. Could be 2, 3 years. There's like 1.8 million backlogs in the court system for the immigration right now. That's the higher ups' fault. But they don't need to be coming across the border like they're doing. All they got to do is go to a port of entry. But the cartel won't let them because they don't get their money.
Yeah. Well, in our country, I'm sorry, could do a little bit better at processing too. Citizen applications.
Yeah. That blew my mind when it came out of that sheriff's mouth. Because we were programmed that was all Trump, all Trump, all Trump. Oh, he pointed right at it and said, that's Obama's wall. He's the one that raised it 31 feet. He's the one that started it. But it's all politics. They love to play the game with human life.
Yeah.
45% of migrants don't show up for their court dates. Yes, and they touch on that too. And then they're here for like 20 years before they get caught, like get pulled over for a speeding ticket or something. Then they're supposed to get deported. But it's
all right, Lily. Thanks for coming by.
You got your ones that want to get caught because they get them court dates. Then you got the ones that don't want to get caught, and those are the drug runners, the child or sex offenders, stuff like that. They've committed a crime
traffickers.
Here, and the Mexicans. But
you got the traffickers too, though, honey.
Because that was only for according to the video, it was only for 100 days. So I don't know, but they did. They called it OTMs. So they took everybody in except for our enemies: Russian, Asians, Iran, all that. The ones that were fighting. They didn't take those. But they had an agreement with the Mexican government that all Mexicans would be sent back. So that's why they call them OTMs. Like, man, they don't talk about this stuff,
And that ain't fair either, though, because you know what? Maybe a few of those people are actually decent people, and their own country don't want to take care of them.
The Yuma hospital has got $20 million in unpaid bills from from the illegals coming over, and they have to treat them. And the government said, "Oh well, we'll reimburse you for it." They ain't seen a dime yet.
Imagine that.
$20 million in the hole down. What's that going to do? Drive our costs up. But enough of that. You guys go check that guy out. You'll learn quite a bit. I did. And make your own opinion. I mean, that's all you can do.
Well,
we support them coming here. We do. Everybody should have that right to make their life better.
yes.
So they got to go through the port, but they're being blocked from going through the port down there. That's the thing.
Well, and becoming a citizen too shouldn't drag out so long either.
Yeah, the whole thing needs revamped. It's the whole
It
thing.
needs a revamp, a redo.
All right.
I mean, my friend Maria, it took her 3 or 4 years before she finally got her
I just
citizenship.
about smell that lasagna red.
Yep. Hey, I made crock-pot lasagna once. Remember that, Roy?
What?
Remember when I made the crock-pot lasagna?
I know, that was good. That was good. Man, I'm making killer soda right now.
Good. But, yep. Oh.
Go do that.
So what's your plans today? You got to make a video.
I know, I got to go get gas sometime.
You know what would be a good video? Take your little heat gun and show them how hot the pumps are when you're trying to pump gas. It's reality out there. I mean, just saying, it's an idea. And you need all the ideas you can get sometimes.
I am an idea.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, lasagna crock pot, man, that was the bomb.
It was. That was good.
Because the regular way to make lasagna, I mean, I can do it. I just hate the process. This here, I could put it in the crock pot and go.
I haven't met anybody that can make it as good as my Aunt Gail does.
Yeah.
She could still do it. She just ain't done it in a long time.
Oh, she has a hard time getting around now, Roy.
I could come by and say howdy. I could do that. Yes, I could do that. Dee snuck in here yesterday and didn't even know she was here. Twice.
Oh.
Yeah. She come and gone twice. She come and got Gracie. They had girls day up in Parker. Sounds like they have class too. That she come in and dropped Gracie off. Because I was talking to Tim on the phone. Gracie was back. I was like, wow. That's the thing. This heat makes everybody hide inside. It's like we're in our own little spaceships out on a planet.
Well, do you blame them? I would hide too in the heat.
Oh, okay.
Before the live comes on, he'll have him sitting down in the basement. He's got it so dark in that rig you can't even see him smile with his teeth. I mean, it's pitch black.
Let's see.
He's going to show you here real quick. Oh, you got reflection of the laptop now. The way he's got the laptop. But normally you can't even see that on him. There you go. That's what I see.
I'm like the Scooby-Doo cartoon where all you see is the eyeballs. Oh, look.
Yeah.
Do you see that? They blink.
Hey, Crystal and the Green got another member. Hello.
She did a live or something yesterday. YouTube didn't even tell us.
And you've already went through the list of the people you subscribe to, right?
Yep.
I don't understand.
$106. Which means it's hotter. It's hotter in town than 106.
Yeah, and humid. I'll be right back.
Because that concrete, oh my gosh. I left out of here one day last week, and it was like 110. And it wasn't bad here. 110. It was hot. And I got into town and stopped at Pilot, and that concrete, that asphalt was radiating that heat back up. It was 120 at least or more. I was like, whoa, no wonder everybody's out in the desert instead of in town here. You're back doing lives. Yeah, I kind of miss your lives, Amy. Griswold and Miss Rayleigh's last one too. People with homeland in Texas and New Mexico. Yeah, there's a lot of that goes on down here. Okay, I'm all caught up on the chat. I'm there. Grab a drink of water again because I don't remember if I just had one or not. I'm drinking over a gallon of water a day though, about a gallon and a half, maybe 2 gallons. Which I gotta go get water before 6 o'clock when they shut it down. Oh, I got enough drinking water. Actually, I could probably go to tomorrow because I filled the rig and I got 5 gallons there. Yeah, so I'm not in dire need to go get water. And I think there's 10 gallons in the car yet. All right, let's see. Nothing going on there. Is my chat stuck again? What the heck? Last thing I see is a comment from Amy. Let me check. It got stuck. StreamYard's been screwing up the last few days too. As far as not letting chat move. Well, nope, it's moving. There we go. So, really didn't have one last weekend, but he will have one this weekend. Oh, I think I did see that. I think I'd seen a post on Facebook about that. Well, the dogs are resting nicely. So, let's see. Definitely got to get gas. I don't know if I'm going to go get it during the heat of the day, though. I might wait till this evening. It's a little cooler. That way I can start the generator and let it run while I'm gone. Instead of letting the solar do the work while I'm gone. You just never know what happened. And Tim and them are here, so we always leave somebody in camp for the dogs anyway. At least one person stays back. Because you just never know what happened. And out here in these RVs, it's a split sucking and everything's gone. So we always try to keep, let's just keep the dogs safe. We try to keep somebody back in camp at all times. Because things happen. Things can go wrong. Things could short out. Things overheat. Things catch fire. Let's hope it don't ever happen, but it's a chance. Things happen.
Normally, Misha, we have 2 5-gallon jugs of gas.
Yeah, so when those 2 are full and the generator's full, that's 12.5 gallons. But now that we don't take Honey out on the road to the gas stations like we used to, because I bring gas back to Honey, whenever we pull into the gas station, we top Honey off, top the generator off, and then top the 2 gas cans off. So we get somewhere, we'd have full generator, 2 full gas cans. Well, now it doesn't really happen like that too much.
Yeah.
Less like now. Well, I still got a little bit of gas left in the can yet.
Yeah.
Like now, I could take the cans to town, bring them back full, and then I'd have full generator and 2 full cans.
Yeah. Mitch McConnell had a stroke live. Yeah,
I seen that.
I must have missed something there.
Yeah,
I don't really watch the news, so I'm a bad person, I guess.
Couldn't really miss that one because everybody was talking about it. But yeah, he walked up to the podium and commenced speaking, and then it just froze. stood there staring off in like in space. And then they walked him away from it. I figured he'd had a stroke.
How old is he?
The UFO gig is up, as if we already didn't know. He's up there.
Uh,
He's one of the reasons why we need term limits. Him and a few others ones in there. They shouldn't be in there that long. I think they all need tested.
just enough to be aware. Yeah.
That job's pretty stressful as it is, you know. And you've been in there all these years. It just ruins your health. 81 years old.
Yeah, well, it should be like the presidency. You get a term
I've been
limit.
done at 65 and enjoyed my life. You know, that's almost 20 years that he could have enjoyed, but no, he's been. Of course, they don't do the whole time 20 years there. You know, what is it? Just a month or two a year they work for something? I don't know.
I don't remember how they work it. They got to show up they got to put so many days in.
Something like that, yeah.
At the when they go into Washington D.C. I can't remember how they explained it.
Had I not got disabled and put on disability, had I made it working all the way to retirement age, I'd have jumped on it. Right? A lot of people they don't, you know, that's their prerogative. They want to continue working, let them continue working. But you know, I had an uncle. Just a few months after he retired, he passed, and you know,
Yeah.
he didn't get
to enjoy any of it. There's been a lot of people that we know that has done that. They retire and like 6 months later they've passed. So you busted your butt all those years and you get to enjoy maybe 5 months, 5.5 months.
And I wouldn't want that, but that's just me. William Brody, another member. Howdy.
I mean, it's kind of sad. You think about it. You bust your butt all those years and then you can't enjoy it. Or, you know, like certain people we've known, they've worked till they couldn't work. They retired, but now their body's so, we call it worn out, broken, whatever you want to call it. They can't enjoy their like my mom's golden years. There ain't nothing golden about them. You hurt all over. So.
You come to the desert, you don't hurt as much.
Well, yeah. Could you see us trying to get my mom out there? My mom was a homebody. She never left the state of Indiana. I think she might have went to Chicago one time. She never went up to Michigan, never went over to Ohio, never went down to Kentucky. She went to Chicago. That was her one trip out of the state of Indiana.
Naj knew somebody that retired and died the next day.
I
retired early at 61 for exactly that reason. It's sad. I think retirement age should be around 50, to be honest with you. I really do.
My grandpa now. Yes, hey, Busby Adventures. My grandpa was a farmer, okay, but he also was worked at the Culver Academies in Indiana as a security guard. He went into the hospital. He walked in. He was having a massive heart attack. He thought it was his gallbladder. And after that, you know, my aunt says she would have known what she knew then. She wouldn't have stopped him from his puttering. My grandpa liked to put bicycles together. He liked to tinker on lawnmowers. He was a tinkerer. Huh? Oh. So, yeah, my mom's not alive. Roy's mom's still alive. But, yeah, once he quit tinkering around, his health went downhill fast. You remember, we were dating when he passed. My grandpa was always farting around with something. They quit doing the garden. They wouldn't let him garden. Wouldn't let him walk down to the bridge without a ream in his butt. They took his reasons for living away. I mean, they just expected him to sit in the house and do nothing.
The reason I think it should be 50, because when you get to that age, 50 years old, I watched my ex-father-in-law go through this. Goes out and he puts job application in. That's when companies actually took job applications and hired off the street and everything instead of these
Yeah.
temp services. He was always told he was overqualified. Overqualified means we don't want you because you're too old. That's all that means. How can anybody be overqualified? And if companies have the right to do that, then retirement age should be at 50.
Yep.
If you can't save enough retirement in 30 years, from the time you become an adult at 20 or 18, 22 years, and even your working career before that, when you're a teenager,
Yeah.
if you can't save a retirement up in 30 years, then that's on you. But for companies to tell you you're overqualified when you're needing a job, that's totally wrong because you can't retire.
Wait. Now that ain't fair. Because before I left the bucket factory, remember the 3 places told me I was overqualified.
Yeah.
I wasn't even near 50 yet.
He's doing that.
Yeah. I applied at 3 different factories because I can do shipping, I could do warehousing. I already, I didn't want the quality control. I didn't want the headache of that kind of job anymore. You're overqualified. But we can put you in quality control. I don't want quality control. Well, we don't feel that the pay would be based on your skills. I'm not asking for that pay. I don't want quality control anymore. And what's Roy do? He makes me quality control. You're a bad boss. But yeah, I wanted to step down because of the stress of being quality control. It got to the point to where if my boss didn't answer the phone, they got my cell phone number and started calling me. We would be on vacation. And this is another reason probably why the plant manager and me butt heads. He goes, well, something, and I looked right at him and I said, do you pay my cell phone bill? No. Then they don't need my number. I said, now if it's a company, if you want to get me a company cell phone, then I'll deal with it. But I'm on vacation. I'm over 4 hours away. I'm not giving up my vacation. We got into it. But you know what? Huh?
Company phone would not be answered on vacation. Sorry, not happening.
But they wouldn't give me a company phone. They expected you to do it regardless.
That's awesome, Amy.
That's cool. So if you're not paying my cell phone bill and I'm on vacation, I'm off the clock.
It doesn't matter if you're paying it or not. If you're on vacation, ain't no work phone getting answered.
Yep.
Called vacation for a reason.
Yeah. But yep, we went around, but yeah, I stepped out of the quality control because it was stress. I mean, it was what? Our daughter worked nights there. They had her call me because they were afraid to call me. Remember, what was it? 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. They were having issues, and my boss wouldn't pick up the phone.
Just remove your phone so she can get up there.
So I ended up going into the factory that night. Remember, I clocked in, and then when I clocked out, I had supervisors sign it. I'm getting paid if I got to come in and do something. I was there 2 hours, I think, trying to straighten something out. Hey, I clocked in.
When you didn't move.
So, yep.
Yeah, work phone stays at home. Definitely.
Me and him went around. And he's like, well, why didn't you get a hold of your boss? Why didn't I get a hold of my boss? I said, I tried. I said, he wouldn't pick up the phone for me either. I'm on vacation. That place is the least of my worries. I'm with my family doing family time. So, yep. All right, I'm going to step down. I hope everybody has a great Thursday. Yeah, stay cool if you can, if it's really hot.
I'm going to talk with you for a while, then I got
yeah, I'm going to be getting picked up here shortly, so.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, all right, everybody, have a great day.
Oop. Yep, she's going over to her grandson's
wrong button.
Graduation.
Yep, from his autism center. He's ready to go into the regular school system. All right, have a great day, everybody.
So I'm gonna go chat with her for a while before she goes, because it's 1 o'clock there. Yeah, daughter's supposed to be picking her up anytime. So, everybody have a great day. Thanks for being here. Dee, thanks for becoming a member. I get your video ad going. You can work on those two again. So, everybody, thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Kick off the raid parade. I got to get that video shot today, too. So, enjoy your day, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. Later.
Real bad boy. I've got a ton of gravel in my shoe, world on my shoulder, heart full of blues out in the dirt, down in the dirt.